I don't think anyone's gonna be here, but I'm just gonna stay and work because I have procrastinated on a lot of stuff. So yeah, it is literally like 2:20 a.m. and I procrastinated on all the research that I was supposed to do by tomorrow. And so I'm just gonna be awake working. If everyone else wants to work with me, you are free to do that. If you do not, you don't have to. Is anyone even here? Wow, 8, 9 people. Wow, good for you guys for being up right now. Because this is going to be like the only thing keeping me up. So I wonder if you can hear me. So if you guys can hear me, thumbs up. And I guess every now and then I'll check in with you, but I'm literally just going to be online. Hello. Hi, Abhishek and Woe. Nice to meet you guys. I'm just going to literally be studying. I kid you not, it's 2:30 a.m. And yeah, this is what happens when you procrastinate. Hi, friends. Okay, so what's going to happen is we are all going to study. Okay, I have a bunch of clinical research I have to get done, and I wanted to get like 50 patients down. I'm at 20. Why am I up? Because I procrastinated. I'm telling you guys, I suck at planning things. Um, so I'm gonna do this. I don't know how I can show you my desk right now because this is a laptop. Um, let's see. I can't really show you my desk because everything I'm doing is on my computer, but it is a mess. I got some consent forms here because I got a study going on for one thing. The stuff I'm doing is another study, and I have to go through Epic, which is the online database. So I'm going to be doing a lot of that. So yeah, I am actually a late night owl. So I actually stay up really late. I can stay up really late. I haven't recently because I've been trying to better myself, but clearly that's not working. So instead, I'm just gonna keep doing my life. So yeah, every now and then I might come back and answer your guys' questions. But if this helps anyone, just stay awake, then fantastic. Because this is gonna help me stay awake. Because I'm gonna literally just be data mining in Epic. Um, so yeah, let's see. What am I gonna look up here? I don't want to like reveal any PHI on accident, but for the most part, it shouldn't be too bad. What am I looking at? All right, everyone, let's get to work. Work. We're all going to be working, okay? Nice. Everyone who procrastinated, good for you. That's how we do it. That's how I do it. I make such bad decisions. I don't know why I do this to myself. Okay, no, I'm working now. I'm going to work. I'll see you guys in a bit, but we have to work right now. Be real. Yeah, hi.
I'm watching you live on YouTube.
My mom is watching me live on YouTube. Hi, Mom. Oh my god. Okay. I'm working.
My baby.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Love you, Jai Shri Krishna.
Love you too, Jai Shri Krishna. So I just got a shout out from my mom. So that's clearly a good thing. Hi, Mom. Whoa, what's up? Okay, taking a break. I just did another patient's data, so we're gonna just keep moving on here. Are schools still in session? Where are y'all studying AP classes? That's my question. In July? Maybe school's starting up again soon. I procrastinate a lot, yeah. No, I don't actually procrastinate that much, but when I have to get work done, you gotta get work done. You just have to grind. It's 2:38. I drank enough of coffee today. I usually have ups and downs when I stay up this late. Like initially I'll be really tired, but if I can make it past a certain threshold, then I'm pretty much good to go for the rest of the night. And I think I've passed my threshold, so I'm pretty good. And so now I just have to finish a decent amount of data, which is not that bad. It's a lot more just going into Epic, which is the online database system, and like recruiting all this information. Let's see what questions have been asked. Oh, summer classes. Okay, I respect that. That's awesome. Getting through readings quickly? No, I don't. I'm the last person who reads quickly. I read so slow, it's ridiculous. I have zero advantages in reading quickly. Some of my classmates read really quickly. I do not. I'm probably one of the slowest readers I know. You need Red Bull? Red Bull works. Actually, all I had today was coffee. So that's cool. My dad's here. Hi, Dad. I think I have parents that are involved in my live streams. That's cool, right? 2 months of study time for 1550 plus on the dude. I haven't taken the SAT in ages. I took the SAT when I was out of 2400. First time I got like a 2000. Second time I got like a 2200 flat. That's all I remember. 2 months study time is probably more than enough, to be honest, for the SAT. Although I'm not exactly sure what else you're doing. So you'll be fine, I think. Hi, everyone. Hope everyone is sane. So I'm actually going through a bunch of health records, and I always see a bunch of stuff now, and it's amazing to me how much we've learned. But all that partial pressure stuff, is what I'm looking at right now, like partial pressure of oxygen and CO2. But this is in real patients, so all of that is pretty applicable. Just pretty much data mining. The benefit of online databases is you can go back really way back in time, and you can literally look at anything. Like for some of these patients, I can look at like every hour what their values were for their vitals. Did I start med school already? Yeah, I'm already I already finished my first year. I'm in the middle of my first and second year. I actually have a crazy week this week, which is the only reason I'm up this late. Because on Friday, we have the orientation for the new incoming first years, and I'm leading them on a big trip through New York, the Adirondack Mountains. We're going to go there and we're going to like go through this massive hike, and we're pretty much like isolated in nature for 3 days with only like the stuff on our back. So it's like a massive backpacking trip. So that's what's happening on Friday. And so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday that's where I'm going to be. And then on Monday I leave to go back to California, and then I'm there for about a week, and then I come back here. And then we have about 3 or 4 weeks left, but I'm helping the first years in their orientation. So I'll be involved with that. And then eventually we restart back up with medical school year 2. And so that's pretty cool. Yeah, tips on how to grow a good beard. I have no clue. I don't even do anything. I don't even know if this is considered a good beard. Besides bio, what class besides bio do you think is important in med school? Chemistry, physics. I think being able to read well is important in med school. Do I use haiku to access Epic? I don't know what haiku is, but no, I don't think so. Tips on how to find doctors to shadow. I usually just send it. I would wait for a little bit until you've taken the MCAT, or like at least proven that you're really interested in medicine. Because the problem is, I'm sure a lot of doctors get a lot of requests to shadow. So you want to make sure you have at least something to offer in terms of like the fact that you're dedicated to the profession. But like aside from that, you also can try to reach out to your personal pediatrician or your personal doctor and see if they have connections to help you out there. Best medical school year 1 advice. Just approach it with an open mind. It's really hard. be okay with not knowing a lot of things and be okay with filling in the gaps as you go. Because that is something that I struggled with. I really, really was like, am I supposed to know all of this? And I got really overwhelmed. So don't get overwhelmed. Hi, Aaron. Nice to meet you. Okay, that was my mini break. Let's get back to studying, everyone. Go. Hi, Anna from Malaysia. Hi, Koban, studying for the MCAT. That's awesome, man. We're all out here just grinding. I love it because I feel like staying up late makes me feel like I'm grinding hard. Even though technically I could wake up early and grind just as hard, I just like staying up late a little bit more because it's a little bit calming to know that the rest of the world has fallen asleep. Sounds kind of odd to say. um, but I find it calming to just know that it's just me and I can, focus on what I need to get done. Okay, hold on. I have to share this with you guys just to show you how much abbreviations are used in medicine. So I'm just going to read a part of a note. Okay, it says check CT R/O stone, CXR R/O PNA, sepsis bolus, rosafin for pyelonephritis, labs R/O infection, anemia, AKI, electrolyte shifts, HTN, IBS, HLD, recently DX with UTI on Cipro. Like, this is insane. But I mean, the cool part is I know what all of those mean, but it's just crazy to know that that's how much abbreviations are used. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. It's like a whole new language trying to learn how to decode just the note, even without understanding the pathophysiology. Okay, well, yeah, I kind of get this so far. So I'm going to move back now to my chart review. Let's go in there. Okay, let's see. Doing a little small break here. Tips on the Yale secondary. I don't even know. All I know is that they changed the 2 questions. You'll have to remind me what the questions are. I'm not the best person to ask for secondary advice, but you know what I was thinking? I was thinking of making a video and posting my entire secondary schedule to show you guys when I submitted things, when I heard back for interview offers, when I actually heard back for decisions, just to give everyone an insight into my personal timeline, and hopefully that can be extrapolated um, across all of you guys. So that's actually one of my ideas. I'm hoping to put that video out soon. But with all the craziness that's going on this week, I am not sure. Yeah, exactly. I think that's something that I definitely want to put out there because it will be fun and it's helpful for you guys. How did I study for the MCAT? I studied for the old MCAT. I did not study for the new one. So what I'm saying may not apply to you all, but I took the summer in between my sophomore and junior year to study for it. And at the same time, I was teaching as a part-time job, and I was in the lab, and that was pretty much the only thing I was doing. So I spent the whole summer studying for it, and I took it. So I went June, July, August, and then I took it in September. But the good part about it is I took a lot of the hard classes that are on the MCAT. Like I took bio in the spring right before I started studying for the MCAT, and because of that, I had already just taken the final for it before I started studying for the MCAT. So like 50-60% of the test was already done. It was pretty crazy. So I recommend you guys plan your studying that way. It can actually be really beneficial to take a class that you know is going to be really high yield for it right before you start studying, because then you start on such a high note. It's insane. Okay, time to go back to work. Why do I do this? Why do I keep? It's okay. I should. So tell you guys some of the stuff that I'm collecting. One of the things that I'm collecting is the mean arterial pressure. The mean arterial pressure is pretty much like a weighted average of the blood pressure. It's 2/3 of the diastolic blood pressure plus 1/3 of the systolic blood pressure. And you guys may know the systolic and diastolic as 120/80 traditionally. But sometimes a very high or very low mean arterial pressure can indicate pathology. Other things I'm collecting include the partial pressure of oxygen, the Glasgow Coma Scale, the GCS. The GCS is actually something that's used in neurology a lot. It's on a scale from 0 to 15, 15 meaning that you're completely conscious and able to respond to stimuli in multiple ways, and 0 meaning that the exact opposite in this to a certain extent. And the Glasgow Coma Scale is exactly kind of what it sounds like. It's intended to gauge the degree of coma to a certain extent that someone has, if you want to really boil it down. And then I'm collecting a lot of vitals, including pulse, respiratory rate, temperature. I'm collecting arterial pH, which is just the pH in the arteries. I'm testing for acute renal failure. So acute renal failure is when your blood does not, when your kidneys are not filtering your blood effectively. And when your kidneys fail, that's called kidney failure. And one of the biggest signs of kidney failure is urine. So if it's failing, then it's not producing urine. And believe it or not, when you don't produce urine, you don't excrete waste from your body, which means waste builds up in your body. And that's actually one of the worst ways that you can harm your body with kidney injury. So you definitely do not ever want to have renal failure. If you do, go to a doctor right away. I mean, if you notice that you are not producing urine, that's a big no-no. You definitely want to have that checked. So that's one thing I'm looking at. And then the last thing is just severe organ insufficiency or immunocompromise. That's just basically, there's multiple states that can leave you immunocompromised. You all have an immune system. And when that immune system goes down, you are called immunocompromised. And you do not want to be immunocompromised because your immune system protects you from bad things. And when it's not there, the bad things can get into your body and cause a lot of havoc. So do not be immunocompromised. One of the most common immunocompromised conditions that everyone usually knows about is HIV/AIDS, because that actually affects the immune system. But there's a lot of other ways you can be immunocompromised. Okay. Anyway, that's me trying to tell you a little bit about medicine, because I actually know things, believe it or not. As much as you might think I'm just don't know that much, which I still technically don't know that much, but hey, the process, what can I say? Okay. Oh. And some of you may already not even realize it, but these vitals, like the basic heart rate, the amount you breathe per minute, all of those things are collected when you go into the doctor's office right away. Then they're called your vitals because they're absolutely vital to your health. Even if one of those things is off, like if your heart rate is very clearly above 150, something's wrong. If your breathing rate is above 30, you're breathing heavily for some reason, that also implies something's wrong. So all of these things, the reason they're called vitals is because when they're off, it pretty much becomes an obvious indicator that something's going wrong. We don't know what, but something. And that's why they measure your vitals right away. Your blood pressure too. Your blood pressure is an accurate measurement of how well the blood is pumping throughout the body. And if you have a high or too low of a blood pressure, that means one, if it's too high, your vessels are getting exposed to a lot of force. That's really detrimental for them. Or if it's too low, that means blood isn't going through your vessels at all. And that could lead to that can lead to infarction or even heart attack, because that means blood isn't getting where it needs to be. So yeah, let's see, pulse 76. By the way, if you wanted to know, normal breathing rate is anywhere between 10 to 20 breaths per minute. Normal blood pressure is 120/80 plus or minus 10 in both directions, I'd say about. And all of this, again, varies individually, but I'm just saying in general for the most part. And normal heart rate is anywhere between 60 to 100. People who are athletes generally have a lower heart rate. And so yeah, just so you know, those are some general benchmarks you want to be meeting. What is the GCF 15? Okay. All right, so I have 5 patients left, and then I will go to sleep because I actually want to try to wake up by 8 or 9. So 5 patients left. It's still going to take me a while, so I'm going to do a little bit of some question and answer. How did I study for the MCAT? I already answered that. Hi, Vinith. You're kind of here. I don't know if you're still here. Vin Star's my cousin. He's a homie. Going to be starting research tomorrow. Any tips on how I should approach it? You always want to approach research with like inquisitiveness and curiosity. I think that was the one thing that really set, not necessarily me apart, but my passion for research apart from everyone else's. Instead of seeing it as a chore, you just have to approach it with curiosity. You have to look up everything. You have to be able to just question everything. And when you question something, you have to look it up on your own. Don't rely on other people to figure that out for you. And when you do that on your own, you start taking initiative and you start taking ownership for your work. That kind of ends up showing, first of all, how you're independent, but also you'll start appreciating just how much you're doing and why all of the questions you're trying to answer are so important. The Flash Unlimited doing some Gen Chem at 3 a.m. Nothing new. Tell me about it. I love it. Do medical schools take community college credits? I'm sure they do. I mean, if it's on your transcript, they should accept it. So yeah. Cool. All right, guys, we're going to hammer this out. We got I'd say 20 more. No way. 5 patients, maybe 30 minutes. All right, let's hammer out the last 30 minutes and then I can go to sleep and hopefully still wake up early. Let's do it. And show some love. Like the video. We're going to do this together. You guys are keeping me going right now, so I appreciate that. Just seeing your comments is great. It makes me happy. Okay. So I'm going to move forward with this next patient. Let's do this, guys. There's 10 of us. All right, good night, Flash. Proud of you. Proud of all y'all. Staying up this late, this is great. I'm glad I can motivate, but honestly, it's you guys who are pushing me. This is like absolutely insane. It keeps me happy. What research projects am I interested in? Right now, I'm doing a lot more clinical work. So I'm doing a lot of stuff on Epic. I used to do a lot of basic science stuff. I was really interested in CRISPR-Cas9 gene editing. Also interested in basic biochemistry and genetics. Those were really cool. So that's cool. Dude, I'm glad, Andy. I like that attitude. Just a little bit more. I'm trying to set my goals pretty high because I had not done much for this before tonight, and I was like, I'm gonna have to cram out some serious stuff. And I think I made a pretty big dent, which makes me happy. Any tips on how to study for organic chemistry? I always saw organic chemistry as like a game. And I made a game for organic chemistry, which is funny. But I honestly think organic chemistry, the more practice you get, the better. So just practice as much as you can, practice all those reactions, practice in every way possible, and you will be fine. Okay, I'm going to go back to studying just briefly, okay? Hold on. Let's see. What is the pulse here? Right. And now we go to GCS. Good. All right, guys, 3 more patients. 3 more patients. I only have 3 more patients. I mean, I technically have like 200, but 3 more before I go to sleep. So you gotta know where you gotta like fight battles that are reasonable. There's no way I'm getting to all 200 tonight. So you'll see me get 3 more, and then I'll call it a night. Wake up early, do a little bit more, and that's that. You know, I'm trying my best here. But what I will do is at the end of this, once I end, scroll down a little more. Okay, can you load, please? At the end of this, I will be more than happy to answer all the questions and hopefully, you know, give a big shout out to all y'all that stuck through it with me. Because hey, this is not easy, you know? Nothing is easy. Okay. This is also just a lot of busy work. Like clinical research to a certain extent ends up being a certain amount of busy work, which I think is great because you start learning how to use these like programs and stuff. But at the same time, it's also like, oh my God, why is this so tedious? But that's okay. That's okay, you know? Okay, all right, I see you. I see you, arterial blood gas. What am I doing right now? Why do I do what I do? Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. All right, 2 more patients, everyone. 2 more patients, I think. Yeah, 2 more. So let's see if we can get this done. 4:15. Oh, okay, moving on now. What am I looking for? This is in 2016, buddy. Okay. I'll give you that. So let's see. All right, last patient. Last patient. So if anyone has any questions, start adding them on. Connie, good for you. I actually realized I have to do my Anki cards as well. Let's see how many I have left. I have 122 today left. I might actually finish these before I go to sleep as well, because I'm feeling pretty good about them, so I should definitely do them. Or else I will get out of it. Just checking updates on Snapchat, which I haven't done in a while, so I'm actually pretty happy. Let's see. And then let's check, obviously, the gram. Hopefully y'all are checking your grams, because you always got to check the gram, you know? Ooh, 2 new followers. It's nice of these people. Oh, mine does, Connie. I pick mine to reset at 9 a.m. because I know I study a lot more at night. So mine doesn't reset until 9 a.m. tomorrow. So I could try to, I mean, I would have to finish them now because there's no way. I mean, there is a chance. I mean, my goal is to wake up at 8. But like the point is, if I wake up, I'm not going to be doing Anki cards. I'm just going to be tired. So I should probably do these right now. I'm going to finish this last patient though. And then I will do Anki. The Anki. Anki is life, you know? Life. Okay, well, I'm going to write this because I don't know what the heck this means. Okay. So I'm done, technically. I'm done, y'all. Did you know I wrote an abstract? I don't know if it's going to get accepted, but I wrote one. I was pretty proud of it. Still working on it, though. Still working with my mentor. I'll probably figure that out tomorrow. I'm just so tired. Okay, hold on. I have to re-upload some of this stuff so I don't lose it. Let's see. I am going to take this file, save as. Put this onto the desktop. Then I will upload a new version. I'm telling you guys, the number one key to research is to get good mentors. So I just actually texted one of my mentors, updating her on like what I just did. But we're so transparent with one another that I don't feel too stressed out. I always know I'm going to give it my all, but it's always nice to have mentors that I can update and know that like they're there for me. They will push me to do my best, but at the same time not. Literally, I've had research mentors that have literally made me question my sanity. Let's just put it that way. And I've had research mentors that physically made me feel bad when I didn't get good results, or made me feel bad when I couldn't do the right things. When in reality, you should never have a mentor like that. Like that is the worst thing to do. So when I came to med school, I actually tried to make sure I got mentors that appreciated me and actually made me feel comfortable, and people who I knew I'd feel comfortable with. So I feel very happy. And I think like honestly, if you pick a good mentor, regardless of what field it is, that's so much more important than the content of the research, in my personal opinion, at least at this stage in my career and this stage in your career. So yeah, let's see. Let me answer your few questions before I finish up my Anki as well. So as you guys know, I have to finish my Anki. Let's see. Oh yeah, and I always have to Instagram. I always highlight my Instagram. So and Snapchat. So my Instagram and my Snapchat is Prereq City, which I will show you. Let me see, Prereq City. My Instagram and Snapchat actually, but I'll link my Instagram because that's easier to link. Right there, and my Snapchat is Prereq City. Feel free to add me on there. How do I pick my mentor? I meet with them pretty frequently, and I kind of literally tell them honestly where I'm coming from. And I told them, like the mentors I have in med school right now, I told them I've had very bad mentors in the past, and this is the type of I'm the type of person who does not get things right away. So I will ask a lot of questions. I'm the type of person who will be very curious and work as hard as I can, but I can't always guarantee that like results will happen because they're not up to me. Because I think sometimes mentors just assume like you should be able to get results, or mentors just assume like you shouldn't ask stupid questions. But I'm totally someone who would ask a bunch of stupid questions because I want to know every detail of everything. And so when I met with a bunch of mentors, I made sure they knew that. They knew that about my personality. And the mentors that I ended up working with were the mentors who were like, oh, absolutely, like don't worry. Like one of the mentors I work with is a Harvard med grad, but at the same time, he genuinely loves the fact that I asked this many questions, and I could see that just the moment I talked to him. And so I was like, okay, we're definitely going to be working together. Versus someone else, I actually met with a surgeon, and he actually made me feel. I mean, this is not to discriminate against surgeon, but he just made me feel very incompetent. And I was like, you know what? That's not really fair for you to make me feel this way. And I've worked with people before that made me feel this way, and I'm just not going to put myself through the experience or the pain or the torture to do that. So, yeah. I would strongly recommend meeting with mentors a lot, meeting with people you're thinking of joining, working with, and just telling them where you're coming from, telling them what you're looking for. Because if you don't be honest with them, you're probably just going to hurt yourself, right? Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm glad you guys had fun on this. And hopefully I'll see you again tomorrow. I have to finish 120 Anki cards right now. Let's see if I can do it in like 18 minutes before 4 a.m. Good night, y'all. Feel free to head out. Oh, like show this stream some love. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and that's it. Oh, I like watched a video the other day. Damn it, I keep distracting myself. I'll do both. But I watched a video the other day, and it was just saying how like in general on YouTube, it's never a good idea to go for numbers, and I think that's a really good thing. And I don't think I ever have been going for numbers. I make these things because first of all, they help me document my journey, but hopefully they've been helping you. But I guess the whole point was I just like the fact that like I'm doing this for the reasons I enjoy it, and like you guys are following me for those reasons, and I feel like it's very easy to get caught up in numbers. and I'm trying to not let myself do that as much as possible. And I don't really care about numbers all that much, but I hope you guys enjoy some of the stuff I'm putting out, because I mean, I just genuinely enjoy the connections I'm making through this. I like getting to know all of you. And so that's just something that I wanted to put out there, because I think I always say that because it's always good to have likes and subscribers, because it kind of, to a certain extent, you need that for credibility. But at the same time, I understand that like I'm not, and like numbers don't define me. And I honestly am just doing this for my personal sake and hopefully to help people around me. Hold on, I'm also doing flashcards right now, so it's kind of hard to do both things at the same time. Positive sense, naked. So I'm trying to define this virus, by the way. So it's a positive sense. All right, here, let's see if you guys can see this. So I think this is a positive sense RNA virus that's naked, aka no envelope. And the last thing is that it has a long polypeptide that gets cleaved. Okay, so it's positive sense RNA, naked, polypeptide cleaved. Oh, what's up? Okay, this is definitely good. Confirmatory test for HIV. That's gonna be ELISA. No, the Western blot. Yeah, that was a sketchy micro picture. I'm doing the sketchy micro deck. Give me 1 second. I'll get to you guys' questions. I'm gonna just try to do like 20 cards right now, so I can. Okay. Keep going, bro. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate that. I'm getting there. 4 a.m. Jeez Louise, why am I doing this? Do I formulate my own Anki decks? Yes. So I do a little bit of both. So there's definitely some out. There's a couple Anki decks out there, like Zonky. There's a sketchy micro deck. There's a deck for like Netter's Anatomy. There's a bunch of decks out there that I think are great. And I also make my own. The reason I make my own cards is, again, Anki saves everything, so it becomes like my own personal database of notes. So I can just search through my cards and, you know, if I have a question every now and then. Pneumonia. Ooh. All right. Bye, Varsha. I guess we're down to 15 people, and I am at 72 cards left. So I'm getting there slowly. I think I do need to finish this, though, or else I won't do it tomorrow. All right, guys, 50 cards left. 50 cards left. I'm going to finish this. $45 cards. 45 now. Research project's good, Adam. I didn't get a chance to finish that much of it, but I did some tonight. I have another research project that I think is kind of cool. I'm working on a decent number of things. I'm actually also trying to make a small medical school game. I don't know how that project's going to end up, but trying. There's just a lot of stuff going on. It's fun. I keep myself busy. I keep myself entertained. I'm at 37 cards, guys. 37 cards. So for those of you who don't know how Anki works, so it's like this, right? So it's like characterize this, and then it'll just be like, okay, well, this one I think is this deck. These decks are available online. You can just so what is orthomyxovirus? It's a negative sense RNA, I think. Negative sense single-stranded RNA. What else? It's enveloped. When it replicates in the nucleus, I don't know. Oh, there's 8 segments. 8 segments of the genome. Okay, well, that sucks. That means I have to do that one again. All right, guys, 25. 25 left. I use Anki right now. I used to use Quizlet in high school. I mean, not. I used Quizlet in high school and college, and it worked like a charm. I use Anki now in med school, but there is a specific way to use Anki, and I'm still figuring that out, which is why I haven't published a video on it. But I'm learning more, and I have a pretty ideal setup right now, and I can definitely make a video on that. That's a good point. Arjun, do you have me on Snapchat? Can you send that to me as a snap or a message on Instagram or something? Because sometimes I can't remember this stuff, so I actually take screenshots. So that's a good idea. Send it to me over Snapchat because there's no way I'll just remember that. But that is a good idea. I would love to do something like that. Characterize HCV. Positive sense and envelope. I don't know. Yes. Okay. Yes. All right, guys. 8 cards left. 8 cards left. Look at that. I'm almost done. Okay. Pneumonia. Pneumonia, and what's the last consequence? All right, last one. Ready? Watch this. You guys get to experience this with me. How do you diagnose onchocerca? It's just some like biopsy of the skin or something, is what I remember. It says skin biopsy. There we go. That counts. Oh, I'm done. Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you. Yeah, Connie, I agree with you. The image occlusion and closed cards is good in Anki, and you don't really need those until med school. Well, thank you for entertaining me. Please follow me on Instagram and Snapchat just because I do a lot of stuff on there. I can't get on YouTube nearly as much as I'd like right now because it's just hard to go live. But hey, I went live for 2 hours. I stayed awake. And now I'm going to set my alarm for 8 o'clock tomorrow. That gives me some time. And good night. Like this video. Way to be staying there with me. It's 4 a.m. here on the East Coast, so I'm gonna get some sleep. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank y'all for being here. I'm a fan of the AM. I'm a fan of the AM live chats because it keeps us as a tight knit group. It's like fewer people, so I'm a fan of this, and we'll see. Maybe I'll do some late AMs and early AMs because I can do both. But I would love to have y'all here next time I'm here. I usually can't post notifications because I don't know how late I'm going to stay up. Sometimes I'm just exhausted, but I would love to have more of these. If you like these, thumbs up. Let's keep doing them because this is, again, tight-knit group. We grind. We want to motivate people to grind here, you know, because the people who wake up early or stay up late get stuff done. That's just how it is. Believe it or not, it's hard for me to believe that, like, at least for me, when I stay up late or get up early, I just get a lot more done. You know, doing stuff during the day, everyone does stuff during the day. We want to be different. So let's do it. Cool. So nice meeting y'all. Hopefully keep in touch. Hope you have a great life. Well, I don't know why I said that. I mean, I'll probably see you again. So, but still, hope you have a great day tomorrow. See you guys later. And yeah, I'm going to pass out. Peace.